Hey everybody out there, this is Seto Kaiba from your Yu-Gi-Oh! Chat channel, and today for you guys, I'm going to be profiling for you my Ghostrick deck. I've been building this deck ever since Shadow Spectres came out, and I finally got it together about, I'd say, the early part of February, and I've been testing it out ever since then. And overall, I feel very confident in the deck. It's a very fun deck. It's a very unique deck. It kind of reminds me of Watts and how Ghostrick's playing style is, if you understand what I mean. Attacking directly, stalling, attacking directly with when Mansion's out in the field and things of that nature. It's a very fun deck to play. I don't think it's the best, a tier 1 deck, but I think it's a very unique deck that is very, very fun to play. But it also can be very, very, very annoying for your opponent as well, because I've been on the receiving end of Ghostricks before. There's a whole bunch of different Ghostrick variants out there, but mine is pretty much a standard stall Ghostrick type deck. I'm still testing it out, so if you have any suggestions for the deck, please feel free to tell me down below. I'm trying a whole bunch of things also, but this is what I'm working with as of right now towards the end of this format. So without further ado, guys, I'll profile for you guys my Ghostrick deck. So let's get started. So guys, first off we got 3 Ghostrick Jiangshi. If I pronounce any of these Ghostrick's names wrong, like I just pronounced this probably wrong, please forgive me. I'm trying to pronounce them as best I can. But Ghostrick Jiangshi is your searcher. It searches out all your Ghostrick type monsters. It has 18 defense. It's level 3, and it can also help you make Ghostrick Alucard. Jiangshi is very good in the deck. Most Ghostrick decks I've ever seen run 3 of them, and I would definitely run 3 of them because it searches out all your Ghostrick monsters. Very, very useful. Next up, you have your little mini draw engine for the deck, which is Ghostrick Spectre. I'm pretty much going back and forth, so I'll say this right now. I was possibly going to cut down Spectre down to 2 instead of having 3. Yes, it's a mini draw engine. Yes, it's very useful. It helps you draw cards, but I was wondering if I maybe want to put a Crane in or just something else in, maybe, possibly. I'm bouncing back and forth, and if you have an opinion on that, please let me know. But right now, I'm just keeping 3 Ghostrick Spectre. Next up, we have our 3 Ghostrick Stein. Ghostrick Stein searches out all your spell and trap cards, so you search out your go-rounds, your mansions, your vanishers, pretty much anything you need, Ghostrick that's spell or trap related, Ghostrick Stein searches out. And he's pretty much the biggest monster you have in the deck, and he's the one that puts in most of the work too. Next, we have 3 Ghostrick Lantern. Some people like running 2, some people like running 3. I prefer 3. You're able to reuse it with, with Recurring Nightmare, so you can reuse your Ghostrick Lanterns. I only run 1 Recurring Nightmare if you're wondering, but it comes in handy a lot of times. But you can reuse your Lantern and other Ghostrick monsters with Recurring Nightmare, but it comes in handy. It can also help you make Dullahan when you want to, but it helps you stall and attack attack your opponent directly. You'd be surprised how quickly all that attack can add up by attacking directly. Even though the Ghostricks are very small, their attack adds up very quickly over a couple of turns. So that's where you run 3 Ghostrick Lantern. Next up, I run 2 Ghostrick Mary. Some people like running 3, some people like running 2. Personally, what I've found through playing Ghostricks that is you only need 2 Ghostrick Marys. Now you may say, well, why? It's such a good card. Yes, it is a good card, but it can get cloggy in hand, and I've had problems before where I'm just like, you're sitting in hand too long, honey, Ghostrick Mary, so I'll summon it and make a Dullahan. So I eventually cut it down for 2 to make room for other cards in the deck. But it's a very good card, and it's very great in the deck to have this card now. But 2 Ghostrick Mary, guys. Next, I run 1 Ghostrick Jack Frost. Originally, I had Ghostrick Jack Frost at 2, but I don't know yet. I'm still debating about him. He's one of those Ghostrick monsters I'm still testing out, but I just run 1 Ghostrick Jack Frost for right now. He helps you make Dullahan as well, which is very useful. Next, I run 1 Ghostrick Mummy. He comes in handy a lot. He's the 2nd biggest beater in the deck, and he helps you have an additional normal summons, which I really like about him. My favorite Ghostrick monster, I guess you could say, in the deck is Ghostrick Witch. I do want one Ghostrick Witch. She reminds me of little, if Dark Magician Girl had a smaller form, a younger form, it would be Ghostrick Witch. But she comes in handy for flipping back, flipping up, doing a whole bunch of cool little crazy plays, and that's why I just want one Ghostrick Witch. I'm debating if I'm going to take her out or not, but I just like one Ghostrick Witch for right now. For my spells, I run my 3 Ghostrick Mansion, the heart and soul of this entire deck. You want to get Mansion out as quickly as you can, believe me. Next, we have 3 Swords of Concealing Light. Probably one of those cards that Ghostricks are known to use that no other deck really can utilize very well, but Ghostricks can utilize greatly. So 3 Swords of Concealing Light. Next, 2 MST, just in case. It comes in handy when somebody tries to Fiendish Chain something or something of that nature. It comes in handy a lot. Next, just 2 Pot of Dualities, because you do special summon into things like Alucard and Dullahan a lot, very quickly in the duel. So just 2 Pot of Dualities. If you want to run a third, go right ahead. 1 Recurring Nightmare. You wouldn't know if this card was really good or not, but after playtesting, originally I was running at 2 before we got Mary and all that stuff, but now, since we have Mary and Ghostrick Mary and all that, I just like running 1 Recurring Nightmare. It comes in handy. It gives you the ability to reuse a whole bunch of different monsters in certain key situations. It makes you able to reuse your lanterns and things of that nature, so it's a very useful card to have on hand. 1 Book of Moon, even though it kind of seems weird because pretty much all our Ghostrick monsters are Book of Moon on wheels, but 1 Book of Moon. 1 Allure of Darkness for drawing power, comes in handy. For the trap lineup, we have our 3 Ghostrick Scare. Some people like running 2. I like 3. It comes in handy a whole bunch of times. 2 Ghostrick Go Round. I'm debating if I'm going to run 1 Ghostrick, 1 Ghostrick Go Round or 2 Ghostrick Go Round. I'm pretty much bouncing back and forth at the moment, but I really like the card and it comes in handy a lot. 2 Ghostrick Vanisher. I don't like running Ghostrick Vanisher, believe me, I really don't, but it has saved my hide so many times is the reason why. Torrential, Bottomless, the guy that nukes the field now, it's level 4, forgive me, I had a brain fart, but it just saved me, even from a Black Rose going up on the field. I was just like, Ghostrick Vanisher. It really comes in handy. I don't like running it, but it comes in handy, and it saves my hide a lot of times, so that's why I just run 2 Ghostrick Vanisher. I don't like running it, but it comes in handy a lot of times. Next, I run 2 Needle Sealing. I love this card. This card is so useful in this deck, especially when your opponent starts getting a lot of monsters on board. You flip them down, Needle Sealing, good to go. And I also run 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, just a good standard trap that comes in handy in the deck. Also, I want you guys to just take a note. I am trying to fit other traps in this deck, like Compulsory, Fiendish Chain, stuff of that nature. But Fiendish Chain doesn't seem really that necessary in the deck, but things like Compulse and Bottomless, I'm trying to add into the deck because they're just good generic traps. So I'm trying to find room for Compulse in the deck as well right now. But let's go into the extra deck, guys. We run 2 Ghostrick Alucard. It's the boss monster of the deck. I'm considering running Crane in the deck so it's easier to make Alucard, but I'm bouncing back and forth about that. Crane was a little bit slower in the deck, so I'm pretty much debating about that. If you have an opinion about that, please let me know about Crane in the deck. 2 Ghostrick Dullahan. This is the guy I go into a lot, and he's the guy that helps me out a lot. 164 Daijin Buster, 1 number 96 Dark Mist, and 1 Gachi. Comes in handy at certain situations. You don't go into these all the time, but they come in handy when you do. 1 Armored Kappa, 1 number 17 Leviathan Dragon, just comes in handy, and 1 Grinosaurus. Now, the reason why I run Grinosaurus is, you guys may be wondering, this card has won me a couple of games. I have 2 level 3s on the field. My opponent may have, I've attacked with all my Ghostrick monsters. Standby phase 2, make Grinosaurus, detach. It comes in handy. Believe it or not, this card really comes in handy and can help you win duels in certain situations. Just like Gaga Cowboy works for pretty much any other deck, Grinosaurus works well on Ghostrick, so that's why I like running this card. It has a purpose. It has a purpose. 1 Fortune Tune, it just helps you stall, and it comes in handy when you're in time. That happened at locals recently. I was in time. I attacked with all my Ghostricks, made Fortune Tune. It won me the duel. So that's why I like Fortune Tune. 1 Maker Equip Angler, 1 Tempo, 1 Giga Brilliant, and 1 number 30 Acid Golem. If you're wondering why I run Acid Golem, it's because of Skill Drain. In case you run it, Skill Drain shuts this deck down, so it's at least an out in the deck that you can at least beat over stuff with Acid Golem if worst case scenario happens, if they go Skill Drain. But you don't want to run into Skill Drain. And that is the Ghostrick, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed my Ghostrick deck profile. Like I said earlier in the video, I am trying other traps out in the deck, like Compulsory Evacuation Device. It's something I may take one of the Spectres out and replace it with Compulse. But I'm trying different things out. I'm still playtesting the deck, but a lot of my subscribers want to see this deck and just see what I've been playing with, what I've been testing out, and things of that nature. So guys, I hope you guys were happy to see my Ghostrick deck. I know a lot of my subscribers were looking forward to seeing this deck. A lot of you guys had asked about it. And until next time, guys, take care, have fun dueling, good luck dueling, and I'll see you guys next time. And please remember that I'm still testing this deck out. So take care, everybody. Seto Kaiba, I'm out of here, guys. Good luck dueling to y'all.